Pardon?
Yeah, so is mine.
We were just outside of Port Nanzar, right?
Yeah, so you guys were here. I will move everybody back over to the world map real quick so we can get a rough idea of where we were and what was about to happen. So you guys were about 20 miles outside of Port Nanzaro. So Tyler, for reference, each hex on here is 10 miles, usually about 1 day's travel.
Oh, wow.
Our party has been traveling mostly at a fast rate, which means that they can typically do 2 hex worth of travel at a time. So they were on their way to Port Nanzaru, and you guys heard some like armor and stuff off in the distance. You heard a crowd of people walking towards you, and that's where we left off. So I left it off on a small little cliffhanger for us. Yeah, so once this, oh geez, I need to zoom back out. I hate that it resets my zoom on this page every time I move it. So once this group of people comes into sight, you see a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guards in various clothing. There's going to be, here, I'm just going to go ahead and show them on the map. So you see one, like, dude that's clearly leading the group. He's got, like, a full suit of armor on, a sword at his hip. He's also got, Tyler, what kind of weapon do you have again?
Great sword.
Yeah, so he's got 2 swords on him than this guy in full armor. One sword that looks like it was like assigned with the rest of his armor and stuff. And then he's got another sword that's way bigger than it looks like it should be for his stature, just sort of like strapped to his back. And he's carrying a flag.
Oh, Jesus.
He's carrying a flag that has a image of a flaming fist on the front of it. I don't know how much more obvious.
Fucking standard bearers, always showing off.
Behind him, he's got 2 other guards that are in some heavier armor than the other 6 guards that he has. And the 6 guards behind them, 3 of them have chains in their hands that are tied to a Deinonychus on one side, and then on the other side, Tyler, how tall is your character again? Like 8 feet tall or something?
I'd say about 7.5.
Okay, so on the other side, then 3 guards in similar fashion with chains tied to a 7.5 foot tall Goliath, and they are walking towards you. And see, when they spot you, the guy up front yells at you and says, "Oi, what are you lot doing out here?"
Oh boy.
What's it to you?
Well, we're patrolling these parts, and we're the Flaming Fist, you see. You need, you got your charter with you?
Charter?
Yeah, you need a...
Yeah, sure, I have it right here. I turn around and try and, like, gesture wildly at the others, just like, what the fuck is this guy going on about?
All right, then, let me see it.
One moment, I'm looking through my bag. Sorry, I'm kind of disorganized.
Fair enough. We caught this one out here, wander around about his own, like some sort of madman.
Tara says, "What a load of bull crap. A piece of paper to explore? Are you kidding me?"
Why exactly do we need a charter to walk around out here?
It's Jolt. It's dangerous. You can't just go wandering about without some sort of authorization.
You don't need any authorization. Oh, sorry. Wrong game.
Hey. Damn it, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem.
We've been traveling out here for a very long time. We've never been asked for authorization.
Well, then clearly you've never seen any Flaming Fist out here, but it doesn't mean you don't need it.
Flaming Fist? Question mark?
Yeah, we patrol these parts. We make sure that everybody that comes out here is doing it safely.
What do you call a bureaucratic bandit? Capitalist?
Yeah, I think that's an accurate statement.
So I kind of like gesture over to Book Slam. I haven't been around this area, but you have. Do you remember seeing anyone like this the last time you were here?
Never.
Yeah, so you guys haven't run into any Flaming Fist patrol before. The only thing that you guys know about them, your previous companion or guide told you about a Flaming Fist outpost on the eastern coast of Cholt, but I don't think she really explained who they were or what they were doing in Cholt. So.
All right.
At this point, the guards in the back are sort of getting restless, trying to hold this Deinonychus down as the Deinonychus is sniffing around and pulling at the chains. You hear some mumbling in the background, and the head guard is like, "All right, then, if you can't show it, we're gonna have to start confiscating things."
Is that creature missing his piece of paper as well?
Yeah, you can't just
As
be
soon as-
wandering out here on your own without a charter. We tried to just confiscate his items, but he gave us a little bit more trouble than we expected, and we had to take him in.
I was talking about your dinosaur, but that's rude.
Oh, the dinosaur! No, he was just giving our camp some trouble, and we can't let that happen. Plus, now he's giving us some good protection.
Now, when you say confiscate, do you mean that I have the ability to regain these items should I fill out the proper paperwork and pay whatever fees I may owe?
Sure. If you don't have the charter now, we just take your items, weapons, things like that, and then you can get them back from Fort Balerion when you go to get your charter.
And how much is the charter going to run me?
Shit, I actually don't think it actually costs anything.
That's worse.
I was I was just reading about it, and
Taylor shells. Don't let these bastards touch your items.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That sucks, Troy.
yeah, there's no prices that I see tied to it. So he says, it doesn't cost anything. We just want to make sure that you're well suited to come out in here in the jungle.
Oh, we're already well suited.
I kind of just look at the shield guardian standing behind us.
Who's authorized to...
I think we're fine.
Well, just because you have someone here doesn't mean that you're not all signed off on it. We still have to give you, proper paperwork. Not everybody's going to be as nice as I would be.
Are you qualified to give us that paperwork?
Oh no, that has to be given out by our commander, Liera. You'll see her in the fort.
Oh.
Every goddamn time I get middle management, it's fucking ridiculous. All right. No.
What do you mean, no?
I'm gonna have to say no as well.
Yes, we've been out for quite a while. Nobody's tried to give us. Nobody's asked us for documentation just for being outside. So I don't think we'll be giving you our items. And I think you should let that.
You suggestive.
What is Terrace? Is he like an orc or something?
He's a
I'm just
Goliath.
going by the picture here. Goliath?
Yeah.
I think you should let that Goliath go as well. I feel like he's probably being illegally detained.
Tara says, damn straight I am.
So when you guys start saying no, the two people behind him start walking up a little bit and put their hands in their weapons, and the veteran up front is like, I don't know if I can let this go. I don't know if I can let this pass. I can't just let you go without something.
Right. So I kind of take a step forward, and I look at him, and with my suggestion skill, I'd be like, "You should let us pass and let the Goliath go as well."
All right. What were you saying, Pip? We'll roll that in a second. But Pip, what were you saying?
I can't exactly let you take my items either, so...
All right. What's your suggestion? Is it a wisdom saving throw?
I believe so.
Yep. Target must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. Just a suggested course of action. Okay, some of these suggestion spells are like you can only use one sentence or one word, but it looks like this is just a normal suggestion. All right. Who are you doing this on? The veteran, the like head guy?
Main guy.
All right. Well, clearly he did poorly on that.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah. Yeah, I rolled
I
a 1.
think he should let us go and give us some items. So
So
that one.
what was the exact suggestion that you had was you're not going to take our items and you should let the Goliath go?
The suggestion was you should let us pass and let the Goliath go as well.
Okay. So you say that, and the veteran at front, he sort of nudges the guy to his front right that stepped forward, and he gives him a little head nod, like, pull on back. So they sort of look at each other a little confusedly because they didn't get the suggestion. But they're like, all right, they shrug, and they walk back to their positions in the formation. And then he turns around, and he walks back to the guards that were holding the Goliath. And you hear like some mumbling and like maybe a little bit of arguing. The guards don't seem like happy about this, and they seem kind of confused about why they're letting this prisoner go. But they unchain the Goliath, and he steps forward, or he's able to step forward, I guess. But he's able to get out of the chains and move around now. The veteran does not necessarily hand over his weapon, though.
Oh, Taris confronts him, sticks his hand out, waiting for his weapon.
So when you do this, the veteran looks back over at Zeshtul, sort of like almost to get like an okay from him, to be like, should I give him his weapon back? And then turns back to Taris and shrugs and is like, all right, I guess if I'm gonna be letting you go, then you should have your weapon as well. And he takes the giant sword off of his back and hands it over to you.
Chris, I think you're a mob boss.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well,
Can I be the cleaner?
Yes.
I'm here.
welcome, Troy.
Hello.
We're
Sorry, I
really
left
good.
my headphones at my neighbor's.
That's okay. We're glad to have you still. So once he hands the sword over and he moves back to the front of formation, he looks back at the group, specifically at Zeshtul, since Zeshtul's the one that's bossing him around. And he's like, you know what? Since we're so close to the port, this time I'll let you go, but make sure you stop by Fort Balerion before you head any further into the jungles, and make sure you get that charter. I don't want you guys running into any extra trouble out here.
Sure.
And I'm only gonna do this if you promise to keep this one in your company as well. I don't want him getting in any more trouble as well. He's already been a handful.
Taris
This
spits.
guy looks like more than a handful. I just point at how big you are. Real rude like.
Yeah, he's like nearly the size of the Shield Guardian. I don't really know. The Shield Guardian is technically a large creature, but they're pretty close in size for sure.
Oh, let's have them battle.
That would actually be a really good fight if I'm being serious.
It'd be spicy.
Taris says, "Battle? Where?"
So the group of the Flaming Fists, they look around and they are mostly just waiting for you guys to push on. They're like, all right, get going. On to the port now.
All right. So we start head to the port.
All right. That
Taris-
suggestion is
Keep
extremely
an eye on
overpowered.
these guys.
Taris thanks the I guess person in robes. I don't really know his name yet, but thanks him for freeing him from those people.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't think that you needed a pass to be able to explore. It didn't seem right to me. I
My
feel like
name
they were
is-
probably thieves.
My name is Taris the Mighty. You may call me Taris.
I am Book Slam. Wait, hold on. I don't have a book near me. Damn
Yeah,
it.
so Tyler, for reference, a Kenku, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they just imitate sounds and words that they hear. Their names are often sounds of things that they are related to and often seen around. So Book Slam, when he says his name is Book Slam, it's the sound of a book slamming on a table.
Ready?
I have a book.
No, I have a book.
Oh,
Damn it, I don't have a book.
I am.
I always have a book.
Oh wait, am I here?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've been with the
Alright,
crew as
just checking.
well. I just sort of like
Yeah.
silently slid you back into the formation.
I'm guessing
There
everyone's
was no
kind of.
women, so I wasn't paying attention.
I'm guessing everybody has figured out my name is Book Slam by just the book slamming noise, but you know, the louder you hit your desk, Pip, it doesn't make a book slamming sound.
Oh, that was my phone. I still don't have a book.
All right. Before we move on, could you do like just a real quick physical explanation of how the characters look? Somebody, just so I can get a visual myself.
I'll let the characters
I'm
do that
Shrek's
because
daughter.
Zeshul hates how we describe him since he looks like that token.
He looks like a green little creepy man that has his
No.
hands up there going. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I hate that token so much.
Really, I always thought of it as more of a.
No, if you can see my little portrait down there at the bottom, that's basically it.
Okay, and you're what race?
Oh dang,
you
I
want
have
to
those
pure
turned
blood.
off.
Okay, so
Okay.
he's a Yuan-Ti pureblood, but you can't tell that. For all intents and purposes, he looks mostly human. He
Yeah,
is not
I look human
revealed
with
his
like
true
the
form yet.
slightest. I look human with like the slightest green like tint to my skin. My left hand is covered in bandages, and it's hiding something possibly. I've also got a flying snake that's kind of following me around.
Oh,
Steve!
His name is Steve.
The flying snake is something that they've acquired since being in Chult. It's not like he just came with it because he's an evil sorcerer.
I mean,
Okay.
he is
Oh,
an
no.
evil sorcerer, but he didn't come with that.
Yeah.
All right. Taurus reaches out to shake his hand. I'm assuming he shakes it back, and then he moves over to the guy to Zestial's right, which would be
Book slam.
yeah.
What about Book Slam?
He reaches out his hand to shake your hand.
I put out my feathery hand very, carefully, like kind of reaching out slowly, and I shake your hand slowly and look at you.
You gotta be careful with those hollow bones.
Yeah. I say in Zestral's voice, "You're welcome."
Taurus says, "Thank you," and he moves over to the next character.
That's Cabby, right?
Oh, yeah.
Gabby, you want to give a physical description?
Oh,
for us?
I was supposed to give a physical.
He's
My bad.
He's a
a
bird.
bird
Man.
shit.
I'm a bird. I have very kind of raggedy robes by now since we've been on the jungle.
We also are clerics, so
my-
you're
my-
wearing like full plate mail too, or skin
Oh yeah,
mail, aren't you?
it's like raggedy robes under the plate. There's gonna be dragon skill. What was it? Do I have dragon skill?
I think it's
not
just scale
dragon
mail.
skill.
Yeah.
Scale mails, yeah, scale mail, and I usually give a really goony beak smile whenever something's really playing in my favor, and I do a thumbs up. But other than that, I'm your healer, and I will try to save you from death.
Except for me. He didn't.
Except for the last 2 times where I've almost died. And Zestral's actually had to force feed me with his own mouth medicine.
It's
Yeah.
like a baby bird. Yeah.
Yeah, after Book Slam let my old character die.
Wow.
I still say Book Slam is the uglier brother.
All
I
right.
feel like in reality they both look identical to each other, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still say that.
Just to be mean.
Well,
All right,
I'm
Taurus
mourning.
reaches out to shake the hand of Cabby, correct?
Yeah. And I am in Eladrin. So
Sounds mystical.
It's the fucking seasonal elves, but I've only been in one season since these fuckers have met me.
It's just been
So
like
we have...
shitty summer, right? That's the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a pretty humid summer.
Oh, it's like a Florida summer. Lots of rain, very humid.
Yeah.
Extremely hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Emphasis on extremely hot.
Winter's not coming.
Ah.
I don't think there is winter in Chult. I think it's just like not a thing that happens.
Rip in pieces.
Yeah.
They should just rename Florida Shitty Summer.
I'm from
Honestly.
California. Can somebody explain what winter is?
Yeah.
I'm from New England. I can tell you all about that.
Are you good,
Yeah.
Kevy?
I was gonna say something else, but I forgot.
All right. Well, Tavis reaches out to shake your hand, and I'm assuming you shake his hand back.
Yes.
All right.
In...
He nods, and he nods appreciatively, and moves over to the other character.
That's me. That's Emerald. I'm a, what's it called? What am I? A Ganassi. I'm an Earth Ganassi. I'm green. I look a little ogreish.
She's also very big. Aren't you like, are you
She's very, yeah.
almost 7 feet tall, or are you over 7 feet tall?
I'm whatever the max height for Ganassi is, so
Okay.
probably over 7 feet tall.
Tavis looks surprised from your size. He's like, oh, Tavis rarely ever sees anybody as large as him, obviously.
That's me. I'm as large as you, and I have mud all over me because it's how I sweat. I sweat in mud.
Oh
Big
my
Yeah.
goodness,
Sweat.
that sounds
coming out.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name's Emerald.
Seems more like oozing.
I'm at least 3% awkward.
Oh, it says they stand anywhere from 5 to over 6 feet tall. I thought they were taller for some reason, but yeah, you're still
I'm tall.
okay. Over 6 feet tall, still pretty tall. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a solid 6'7". That's
There
my
we go.
height, 6'7".
Tavis reaches out to shake your hand, and immediately wishes he hadn't, because he sees all the mud on your body, but he still holds it out anyway.
I shake his hand. Oh yeah, and I'm barely wearing anything because I'm a barbarian. So just some cloth.
Like a
All right.
loincloth,
Cool.
right?
Yeah, just like a loincloth and some like boob cloths because I got them badonkas.
All right, and
Oh wow.
Yep.
as far as
what?
Tavis,
Excuse me? Badonkas?
Emerald has badonkas.
Like
Spoiler.
large badonkas or
I'm sorry you had to find
medium-sized
out the hard way.
badonkas?
A solid like C cup. A solid C cup.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
So respectable.
Tavis isn't nothing. I mean, besides his size, he's adorned in scale mail. He has this very large greatsword, but nothing stands out besides his stature. And he seems, to you guys think he's fairly cordial and as polite as somebody like him could possibly be, the way he looks. And yeah, that's about it.
You're my best friend now, Emerald says out loud.
So Goliaths a lot of times are displayed as having like head markings. I will be honest, I don't know if those are like natural or if they are tattoos or what. Do you have any sort of markings like that, or are you just a big dude and that's it?
Yeah, we'll say because I don't think I found anything that specify whether they were tattoos or not. Also, so we'll just say they're skin markings. They're natural skin markings, and most Goliath have them. So yeah, it's just some kind of like the token, just some black streaks, some dark areas around the face and head, some black streaks also on the arms and legs. You guys probably can't see most of the arms and legs because of the armor, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
What was your class again?
Goliath.
That's
No,
your
class.
Class.
Oh, class. It's a fighter.
Oh, okay.
Samurai subclass. So
Yes.
So he's not. He's not like a Japanese samurai. I mean, samurai in D&D means a fighter that concentrates on willpower and spirit in battle, and has just a strong, resolute resolve.
So he's a Tom Cruise samurai.
Sure.
Oh my god, my psychiatrist had 2 pictures of fucking, who was it? It wasn't Tom Cruise. It was another male actor. Two different pictures, but look like the same picture cropped. Ben Affleck.
Oh, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. I like that guy. Funny guy.
So
not in my swamp.
Terrace, you also see behind the group, you see a giant shield guardian. The shield guardian is probably like 8 or 9 feet tall. It's a construct made out of wood and adamantine.
Does it breathe?
No, he's just standing there, probably pretty motionless.
Yeah, that's why Terrace didn't pay much attention, because he doesn't appear to be alive.
That's my brother, and I lick him every morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeesh.
Yeah, on his left arm.
So can this thing speak? Does it have a mind of its own, or is it just there?
It's just kind of a robot that punches stuff for us.
Doesn't
it's
Zestial
controlled
own him?
by Zestial. Yeah, Zestial has an amulet that controls him.
Okay.
You
Understood.
can steal it from him in the middle of the night, though.
Terrace looks at this giant thing and he asks,
We're not supposed to know that.
What is this?
My brother.
That's
This is
Frank.
our this is Vorn, our shield guardian that we found recently.
Yeah, we just found him.
Yeah, we just found him. We picked him up. Oh, we got it from that pretty goblin lady.
I don't know how pretty she was, but yeah,
I loved her.
You got the amulet from her.
Terrace says, wow, this is very interesting. This should be awesome in my memoirs.
You guys are gonna be.
Yes,
you guys went from being
he's a very capable fighter.
squishy group to being very, very fighty.
I pipe up
We're
and
thick.
I go, memoirs? You're writing memoirs?
He's a writer.
Of course I'm writing memoirs.
Who is she?
As in, you will write memoirs of yourself and your adventures with Book Slam?
Oh my god. Book slam.
Well,
Are you guys streaming?
I am looking
Yeah.
for epic adventures, danger, anything that would create great tales.
I say in a very Brooklyn voice, oh, I got your danger right here. We're always dying.
That sounded way more Australian than anything.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a solid Australian accent.
Yeah.
That's not Australian.
Yeah, it was super Australian. That's okay though.
Terrace
Well,
now,
Australians love
A
that,
voice.
Terrace now looks like he's literally about to, I don't know, kill over with excitement.
I thought you'd be confused at how many voices I'm
solid
using.
D minus.
So yeah,
Awesome.
that's it for me.
We got a full
Sup,
party.
homie?
Cool. So you guys are. I'm assuming that the rest of the party, you guys explained sort of like where you're headed to at this point.
I don't even know where we're heading to.
Has your character actually been to the port yet?
Terrace came in from the port. He hasn't told you guys yet, but he's been here for a little bit, wandering around. He heard that the lands of Cholt were racked with danger and a great place to prove his mettle and experience some awesome things. So that's why he came.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. So you guys are. We were like towards the end of this last day when you guys ran into that Flaming Fist patrol. So presumably you guys would have like camped out in the same hex, and we have one more days of travel to get to the port. So you guys probably, hike on for another couple of miles until the sun finishes setting, and you find a nice place to camp. I don't think there's really any need for you guys to deal with like a watch since you're so close to the port. You guys probably, do you stay on the beach or do you go more inland towards the jungle area, or where do you guys try and find a place?
I think the beach is probably a good idea. Stay away from the jungles because I'm tired of raptors.
Are you saying we're gonna have a beach party?
Yeah, this is the beach episode of the anime where everybody just goes around in the water.
We're gonna bust the watermelon open with a stick.
Yeah,
it's all fan servicey.
Do we all get beach costumes?
Zestral's gonna get really lewd.
We have to have a shopping montage first.
Yeah,
the
shopping montage.
epic beach skins that you get. Yeah. All right.
I just follow Cabby around.
Someone accidentally pops the beach ball and looks all
myself.
sad, and an old chibi like, "Ugh." Yeah, this is working out. We're doing it.
Yeah, I imagine it's actually probably very similar to that, since you guys have been in the jungle for like months at this point, just wandering around through jungle life, and then finally you see like an actual beach for the first time since you've been to the port. So it's actually probably a big relief to like see a larger body of water and get
Book Slam is afraid of the water.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I imagine your feathers
bones.
wouldn't do well.
Yeah.
Getting all wet like that. Yeah.
That and the tide might suck me out, and then.
So you have no duck in your jeans, apparently.
No.
He's more crowed than anything
now
else, isn't he?
want a duck Kinku. That sounds incredible.
Well, I mean, we had a token for that. That was
we did.
That was Zork's token.
All right.
I mean, I definitely can't swim very well because almost every single time we've crossed a body of water, I've almost, died.
That's true. You've gotten very close to getting pulled out. All right. So, what are you guys doing for food on this night? Are you guys going to try and get some food? I think that
fish.
We decided last time that Emerald is very good at scavenging, right?
Oh,
Yeah, because I have the Wanderer
go
feature.
scavenge just some fish.
I can get food for up to 5 people. Food and water.
Nice.
And that's 5 of us. Oh my god, guys. What if there was more? We would be screwed.
No.
Okay.
'cause I can
Any
summon...
additional party members are sacrificed for the good of the party.
We would be screwed into eating bad food. Eating sludge. But I'll get you guys some
Cannibalism.
berries.
How dare you?
tastier.
My sludge is amazing. Okay, we make it look
I never
like
had it.
special. Yeah, you have.
No,
Well,
Emerald never had it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Cal
right.
used to eat it.
Yeah.
But not.
I
Emerald.
keep on forgetting you died.
Yeah,
So-
Cal was the one that made it look pretty.
That's right. Cal did.
So
Rest in peace.
as a quick question, are we traveling with like a carriage or a wagon, or is
Nope.
it just us walking, or
It's just
Wait,
everybody
that's
walking.
Vorn is carrying
Okay.
all of us on his shoulders.
Yeah. So Cholt is mostly like thick, like Amazonian style, like jungle. So getting through with any sort of carriage or anything like that is pretty unlikely. So
Yeah.
so far everything has been by foot. There are like animals and stuff that you could potentially like rent out at the port, but I don't think the party had enough gold for that last time they were there. So they haven't been.
We don't
No.
believe in those. We don't believe in animals.
If you remember, I think Pip and I were talking about this. There was a person, a guide that had a dinosaur. I remember that.
Oh yeah, one of the guides you could hire
Wow.
with a dinosaur. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we need to snag that guide up.
I wonder if I could just tell somebody to give us a dinosaur.
You and your
I
damn
mean-
suggestion. It might be a little so like mechanically it might be a little harder because it would be like a business operation and I don't know.
We do have a lot of stuff to sell though, for sure.
So yeah, you guys make camp. I had already rolled the encounters last time we met, and there weren't any encounters past the Flaming Fist, so your night goes pretty well. Nothing interrupts your camping, and you wake up the next day. Let's see what the weather is like in Shoal. It is unseasonably hot.
Unseasonably.
Yeah, you guys have been pretty good with water though, so I think you have enough water to stay hydrated. You don't have to worry about the exhaustion for that. It is, however, exceedingly moist and humid out. So you guys will end up taking a level of exhaustion, but mechanically
Stop it.
speaking, I don't think that'll be an issue since you're going to be in the port at the end of the day. And there's a light rain, so yeah, that's it. You guys are continuing on. I'm assuming you guys are going to continue on at a fast rate in order to make it into the port on the same day.
Yep.
Cool. Then let me see if you guys have any other encounters between here and there. Hang on one second.
Remember, Pip's here, so we got that medallion.
Yeah, so you guys don't have to worry about getting lost, which is handy.
I love my championship belt.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, so there's no encounters either. You guys are close enough to the port that it's probably pretty calm out here on this little inlet. And you make it to the port. When you arrive at the port, in fact, let me move you guys over to the port map.
Yay, we actually get a map. Hooray.
And then let me get your tokens over here as well, since it's a whole thing.
I haven't seen this in a very long time. It's been months, literally months.
I never saw it
I know.
because I joined later than that.
Yeah, Chris hasn't seen it either, right?
Yeah, this is my first time seeing it too.
Oh wait, so
I totally
only
forgot
Book
about
Slamming-
everything.
or only Pippin and Raven have seen it.
Actually,
Yeah.
Bookslam has never seen this map.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I
Bookslam
technically
hasn't.
have.
That's right.
I
didn't mean to
have.
say
I did
Bookslam.
go through here to get because I was on a different continent, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I did see this place, but Bookslam has not really had time to explore it.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you
I
guys
didn't
come
stay
in.
very long.
This map is
Anywhere.
oriented at a 90-degree turn, so the north is to the right. It's quite annoying, and the west is to the top.
I just turned my head.
So because of that, you guys are coming in through the old city. So I don't think there's anything going on in the run right now. But it's just tall buildings along each side of
What's
it.
that smoking mass down there?
Oh,
in
that's
that
the
little
garbage
crater?
pits. That's just where
Oh.
they throw all their
Me.
junk, their garbage.
Do people live there?
No.
Is there any quests down there?
Quests in there? Probably
we
not,
live there?
no.
Can we live there?
No, we're not living there.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, people throw away awesome treasures. Just saying.
Yeah, and you know
yeah,
what?
and it's on fire.
I mean, you take it how it is, you know, like. Oh, we're not going to the garbage pits.
Let me
It'll
see. Yeah,
remind
the
me of
refuse
home.
pit. Every type of refuse gets tossed here, up to and including dead bodies. It's a festering scar of garbage, rancid water, and vermin. Rats, insects, and ravens abound. Ghouls are sometimes seen prowling through the pit in search of fresh corpses. It's pretty
So my
nasty.
people
I-
are there.
Wonder why.
Yeah, it's
This
gross.
chat-
Chat, my
want to go
people are
down
in the
there.
pits. Let's go.
Before the party splits up, Terrace gets them together for a moment and seriously inquires. He says, "Is there any way you would consider letting me join your band for at least a short amount of time? I am looking for inspiration in writing my memoirs, and one day I would like to create a theater about these experiences."
Do I get a royalty?
Wow. Wow.
If I'm contributing!
You will get a royalty if I actually make money off it.
Yeah, of course.
I have no problem with it.
That's if you don't die of disease beforehand. Just saying.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Can we, if you die, can we take this memoir for ourselves?
Ooh.
If I die, I don't think that my corpse will mind what you do with it.
Okay.
To your
thanks.
corpse or the memoir?
Both.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Wow.
Oh man, no, I'm a lesbian. Never mind.
So do you guys, when you show up to the port, do you guys just start walking through the city? Like, keep in mind you guys have a shield guardian with you, which is probably not something that a lot of people have seen, but do you guys just walk in like it's fine?
Zeshta walks in all
should
like,
I,
happy, happy.
Should I like park him out somewhere? Or
No.
That's what I'm asking you. Like, what do you do with this giant thing?
I would
Uh,
say
Same.
keep it nearby, honestly. Like,
Pretend you're a statue.
I mean, is it so big that it's going to be like cumbersome trying to do shit in here? Or
No, probably not. I mean, the streets it's a pretty big city, so, and they have dinosaurs that walk through these streets, so I don't think it'll be too big of an issue.
just say
Yeah,
he's a
keep
big
it-
dinosaur.
yeah, he's a big humanoid dinosaur.
It's like Alphonse from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah,
Come on, Al. I think you need to wait outside the city. No way, brother.
Is he magical at all? Or is he just a golem?
No, he is 100% magic.
So does he dissipate if you take off the necklace?
No, he's not that kind of I mean, he's a magical construct, so he's controlled by magic. But if he stopped getting commands, he would just like stay there like a statue.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how they found him. Actually, he was basically a statue in the jungle.
He was being worshipped by some pretty goblins.
People were praising him pretty high. It was like,
oh wow,
he was the sun, and he's being.
And I
praised.
pulled off the greatest shot of all time.
Oh yeah, you did. I forgot about that.
This sounds interesting. You must tell me in detail later.
Taking notes in your little journal there.
Next long rest, I will definitely regale the new member favorites.
Remind Emerald, because she doesn't remember.
It's not that long a story. Basically, we stole these people's god, and Gabby shot someone in the dick.
Yeah.
And the face at the same time.
Oh my god, she did! Oh, I forgot. I remember now.
Oh, this would make a great comedy.
What is comedy?
I kind of want to watch a comedy about a goblin getting shot in the dick.
Me too. That sounds like the dream.
So you guys show up in the port as the sun is setting. So it's starting to become night, and as you're walking through the old city, you see people cleaning up the streets. There's blood and gore and stuff that they're cleaning off of the streets, and it looks like there has been a lot of fighting going on in this area. But you're able to just sort of walk around them, and they're cleaning up the mess around you. People are dissipating from the edges of the streets as well. There was some crowds that are now dispersing further into the city.
Can I ask anybody that's cleaning what happened here?
Yeah, you just find a random dude that's cleaning, and he tells you that this is the run. This is the executioner's run. We just had a fight here, and we gotta clean up and make sure that it's ready to go for tomorrow again.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, you should have seen it.
I look very scared. Okay.
Yeah, you should have seen it. We let some poor sap go, and he couldn't even take down two of those little guys, and they took him down before he got halfway through the run, and it was a bloodbath. But it was
two little guys. What?
He points across the street next to one of the larger buildings, and there's two cages with little velociraptors in them. So there's two little velociraptors caged up over there.
I hide behind Zestral.
He looks at you and he's like, "What? Those things? They won't hurt you. They're nice and trapped up. They'll be there until tomorrow when they go again."
Jesus Christ, these people are crazy.
He just sort of chuckles at you yeah, whatever. And he keeps cleaning the streets.
Okay.
Haven't you seen these people before? You were here.
I didn't know they were having a dinosaur death runs in the streets.
Yeah, you guys, when you guys first came through the port, you guys didn't see the old city at all. So even Cabby, who spent some time in the city a little bit, hasn't seen any of this.
I'm just frightened because we've almost been wiped out by velociraptors multiple times on our journey right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the velociraptor in that group. Us out of the city. I saw that raptor in the group earlier, and I got a little bit triggered. So
aesthetic.
So you guys are free to drag your tokens through the city wherever, really, at this point, and I'll just tell you sort of what you see and what happens. But do you guys have a goal of where you want to go and what you want to do while you're here?
Yeah, didn't we need to come and talk to somebody, or were we just resupplying?
I think we were resupplying. We can also get some extra information about what was it called? The place that we're going. Omu. We need to find out some more information from there. Also hire a guide. And R&R, I guess, as much as we can without dying in the city.
Yeah, so you guys, if you're looking for R&R, you are able to recall that there's two major taverns in the normal market ward shopping area. I think that's where it is anyway. There's one that's like more for like a calm respite from the rest of society that allows you to get like a good night's rest, and then there's another one that is much more raucous and has a bunch more going on in it.
I choose
so it depends
raucous.
on sort of what aesthetic you're going for. I think that's what the party chose last time too, was the more raucous one.
Is there somewhere I can maybe upgrade my equipment? Possibly get some new magic items.
Ooh, make sure you turn in your engrams that you haven't, opened.
Yeah, right.
So there's not a lot of dealings in magic items in the port necessarily. This is more of a trade city, so it's got just like typical trade goods. One of the merchant princes sells like a few minor magic items, but it's mostly things like scrolls and potions and stuff like that.
I think we should all head to the merchant's ward to possibly sell some of our items we've acquired.
I'm looking for the seedier districts.
Because I think
I should at least get a couple of potions or something, because the last couple times we've almost died, I've had no potions to heal us with.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are welcome to head down towards the merchants or market ward and do some trading. What kind of stuff are you guys looking to get rid of?
We got the Onyx Gemstone. I have 2 of those. Adamantium. I can't even say the word.
Adamantine?
Yep. Ingot. Sorry. I have an ingot of that still.
My
that's
rock
pretty much
people.
it for me.
Looking for an armor smith.
Okay. So you guys, you wander through the market ward looking for like someone that will take your ingots and gemstones and stuff, and most of the people Sorry, go ahead.
I'm also looking out for like any markers of local thieves' hideouts and shit.
Okay. You guys, most of the normal like vendors around here just sort of like scoff and shoo you away when you try and hand them ingots and gemstones. They're like, we don't deal on that. You need to bring us back real money. And if you ask around enough, you're eventually able to find out that you need to go to the Temple of Joaquin in order to trade in some of those items.
The hell's that?
Get actual money. So
I actually asked that. The hell's that? Where?
Well, Joaquin, he's the merchant god. He's responsible for all the banking here in the port. If you're gonna be any
Joaquin
sort
Phoenix?
No. If you're gonna be doing any sort of trading around here, you need real money, and you're only gonna get that from the bank.
Oh, in the town or the port.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I was confused.
They point to like the middle of the market ward, and there's this giant glass dome structure behind some high walls, and they're like, over there. That's where it's at.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. So Cabby, you said you were looking for like a metal smith of some sort?
Armor smith.
Armor smith? What are you looking for in particular?
I still want to make my crocodile skull into a helmet.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I forgot that you were dragging that around with you.
Oh
yeah,
my
it
god,
is
that's
20 pounds, and I have been carrying it for a long time.
Since like
That's
session
many
2 or
moons,
something like
dude.
that.
Yes, it was our second like before we started streaming for the sessions.
Long
Yeah.
before,
This is my
yeah.
first time. Yeah.
I was going to try to calculate that and put it onto our streams, for session, like we're on 7 right for
Like
now for
episode
streams,
number or
but I was like,
whatever?
nah, we're good.
Yeah, so I think it depends, Cabby, who you talk to. I think that who you talk to depends on what you're trying to get done to the skull. So like you're wandering around with this crocodile skull asking people to do what with it? Like what do you want them to do in order to fashion it into a helmet? Are you looking for them to like coat it in metal or like just clean it up and make it wearable as is, or what?
Clean it up and make it wearable, but affix it to a separate helmet. Because I'm a fucking crazy person.
All right.
Yep.
So you want like the helmet on the inside of it, just kind of lining it so that it looks like a crocodile skull on the outside?
Shoot, we can do that with this good old thing called Elmer's glue.
So as you're wandering
The
around,
fuck are you gonna find a horse, man?
As you're looking around the city, I'm like,
there's probably not
There's
a lot of
horses?
horses around here.
Exactly. There's dinosaurs everywhere. You can't make glue out of dinosaurs.
I bet you could make glue out of dinosaurs.
They don't have hooves.
Actually, some of them do.
I don't know if
I'm
you
sure you
can
can make
glue
some
out
kind of
enough.
sticky paste out of something.
Anyways, as you're
my
wandering
God.
through the market ward, you find like a few vendors that that sell some like minor.
Ooh,
They sell some like minor equipment, like maybe some small weapons and things like that, but you really find nothing major. And if you ask any of these vendors, they tell you that if you want something like custom made and you want some durable armor and stuff, that you need to go to the Grand Souk, which is basically it's like the nicer covered market area. Most of the market ward you find as you're wandering through it is like trade goods. So it's things like foods and household items and traveling goods and things like that. But you don't find a lot of weapons or armor in this area. Mangoes? Yeah, you could find some mangoes in here.
Mangoes.
I figure tropical climate mangoes grow
yeah,
well.
Mango show.
Probably. Also, as you guys are wandering through the city, and this is something you would have noticed coming all the way into the market ward, you see a lot more activity of dinosaurs being hauled around the city, like chains and leashes and things like that. But they're being pulled all towards the Tariki anchorage down in the eastern side. But there's just a lot more coming through the streets than there were previously.
Dinosaurs on parade.
So while
we need to go to the bank because otherwise we're not going to be making any money here.
Yeah, is there anything that anybody else wanted to be looking out for in particular as well?
Guides as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Emerald, is there anything that you're looking for while you're here in the city? This is probably a little out of your comfort zone, I would imagine.
Women.
Okay. There's lots of beautiful dark-skinned women here.
That's all I do is I just go around looking at them. I don't say hi because I'm awkward.
Okay.
This is too uncomfortable for me. I'm used to the woods.
You're used to the.
I'm used to the swamp.
The swamp women?
This isn't a swamp. I'm an ogre.
Zeshtul, are you looking for anything in particular while you're
here? Really, I was only looking for possible equipment upgrades or magical stuff, but I guess we don't have that kind of thing here. So pretty much just need to go to Joaquin Phoenix and sell my gemstones.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can always go to the merchant district like the next day once, people are doing business again, and you can see what the merchant has for magical items. Like I said, he has some minor stuff. So, and then Taris, what about you? Are you looking for anything while you're here in the city?
Taris doesn't have much gold, but he would like to look for. He would like to look for a spare pin, and basically maybe like a small pouch to put his memoir in case he has to go through water or something like that. If he doesn't already have that on him. So basically, I guess it would be a scholar shop or something like that. I'm not really sure what it would be called.
Yeah, there's like an actual name for the kit that you're looking for too, like a scribe's kit or something like that. Let's see, tools.
I think one of us had one. Maybe we didn't.
That doesn't sound like something that. Well, never mind.
I thought we had one. It might have been on what's his name's body.
Your old boy.
Yeah, that we tossed on the cliff. I mean, didn't.
Oh, Breton.
Calligrapher's supplies is probably what you're looking for.
No, we didn't have that. Yeah.
Did we ever divvy out his
I remember killing him.
You guys never divvied out Nines or Cal's stuff, so I still both those characters are still in Roll20, so you guys can do that whenever you want.
I miss killing Breton.
Allegedly.
Let's take a look.
Allegedly. Emerald wasn't there for that though, so Emerald doesn't even know about
Dude,
Britain.
9 had a lot of stuff on them, so
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to deal with that when we go to sell all of your stuff as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, from here, since the bank is closest,
we've been carrying around his body.
I'll just take all of Cal's stuff.
do you guys?
I feel like that would have raised a lot more suspicion with the last group of people we encountered.
We stuffed him
Al-
inside the Shield Guardian's armor.
Okay. Oh, you do not have the potion of healing anymore, Cal. That is gone.
I know, cause you used it.
Yep.
Zestial poured it into your mouth with his mouth. Mama bird to baby bird.
Oh yeah, and then we had
What?
someone writing a fan fiction from it.
Still
Yeah.
waiting to read that.
Yeah.
Gross. You guys are all
Still
gross.
waiting for the fan art too.
Oh yeah, so Bredden actually has some stuff that's like worth some money too. He's got some gems and a painted statue and some sort
Painted
of
statue.
fancy scroll tube and yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff. So be sure to look through that when you go to sell all of your crap. Yeah, so you guys head over to the bank from here before heading over, I'm assuming, to the Grand Touk for Grand what did I call it? The Grand Touk? Grand Souk? The Grand Souk, yeah,
The one
for
from
the
Souk.
armor stuff. All right, so yeah, you go to the bank and it's a big. Actually, I think there's flavor text for it. Yeah, it's got a shining golden roof, and it is on the highest point of the city. When the sun is shining, light glints off the temple roof and can be seen for miles out to sea. But you walk up, and there's like an entranceway into like the main temple area, and then on the outside there's a few like barred windows with attendants and stuff like that behind it that you can go and do business tradings with.
Lock your doors, kids.
Well, I mean, it's the central bank of the port. They have to be safe.
Central
National
Bank of
Lampoon.
America.
It was just National Lampoon's reference. Don't
Oh.
mind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head up to the bank and you walk up to one of the windows and Teller like probably puts down his copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters and looks up at you and it's like, "Oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
Wow. My
He
brain.
looks across all 5 people that are standing there silently. It's like,
We're all like just put our hands up there, like we're questioning, like I don't know.
I don't
Who saw
know,
this
man.
place?
Are you looking to make a deposit
we were
or?
told this is a bank. We are looking at depositing some. I got some onyx gemstones and some ingots that I was willing to part with to possibly deposit into your bank.
My
All right,
mom's name is
Let me take a look. He gives you a little
I
finger
give him-
gesture, like, "Come on, hand it over."
Give him 2 onyx gemstones and the ingot, the andamaniate. Can't even. Wow, I'm really bad at andamantite. Yeah.
All right, how
Wow.
much does it say the ingots or the? Yeah, how much does it say any of that stuff is worth? It should have said whenever you got the items.
The
Oh,
onyx
shit.
gemstones are 50
So
gold.
it's 100.
Piece.
Okay.
How much is the
Yeah.
ingot?
I traded my ingot for the amulets. That
Oh, I know.
Hang on a second. I think they're 10 gold each.
Oh, the gemstones?
No, the iron ingots.
Oh, these aren't iron though.
Or the not iron. Sorry,
Adamantine.
ingot. Yeah,
That's
10 gold
10.
each. And how many of those do you
Okay.
have?
I have 1 and then 2 onyx gemstones.
Okay, so that's a total of what, 60 gold each. So yeah, he takes a look at the items and he pulls out like a little jeweler's eyepiece to take a look at the gemstones. He looks back up at you and then he looks back down at the items. And he says, "All right, I'll give you 50 gold for the lot."
Deal.
All right. I'm gonna
Wait.
come up from.
All right, yeah.
Sorry.
Right. No, go ahead.
I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
come up from behind him.
he hands over the 50 gold in like a small sack. All right, you come up from behind him.
And place down the exact same items and wink at him.
Yes.
Didn't you have 2 gemstones?
And an adamantine ingot.
Oh, sorry. For Zeshul, yeah, he had 2. So it would have been 110, not 60. So he looks at, he does the same exchange, and instead he says, "All right, I'll give you 80 for the lot."
Wait, what?
You had 2 gemstones. The gemstones are worth 50 apiece.
Yeah.
Oh, then I only handed him 1 then, huh?
You can't give me a better price than that?
When you do the same thing, you hand him the same exact items, you said?
Oh, okay. So he gave him the good deal, and now he's trying to screw Cabby. Is that what's happening?
No. So I was mistaken when Book Slam handed over the items. I forgot that he had 2 of the gemstones. So if he handed over 2 of the gemstones and a single ingot, they're like total value is worth 110 gold. But when he evaluates them, he says that he will give you 80 for the 3 items. And that's for
80. Okay.
He's trying to screw
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that's whatever.
Cabby, you step up and you hand him the same items. And he like doesn't even really look at them as much, and he just says, "All right, 80 for you as well."
Thanks, this was totally not a scam.
He looks around at the giant, like, fancy temple that they're in. He says, "We got to cover our taxes somehow."
I just start busting out laughing, like, on the floor, because I was talking about me scamming him, even though I actually...
You know, you actually got scammed.
Yeah.
All right. Question: do you guys have a bunch of like copper and silver pieces as well? I'm assuming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just have
I'd like to
gold.
exchange all of it for gold.
Okay. How much copper and silver do you have, Cabby?
I have 1,000 copper and
Me.
374 silver, so 300.
All right. Let me see what the exchange rate is on everything. Coinage. Here we go. All right. So it's 100 copper per gold. You said you have 1,000 copper.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a typo because it feels wrong.
No, that sounds about right. I think you guys found a ton on top of the Firefinger.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The chest.
Yeah, and then you
Like,
said you had
the
how
one
much
chest we've opened?
silver? 300 something?
300. I'm just gonna keep the rest because it's a hard number to convert easily.
Okay.
We should exchange all our gold for copper just to inconvenience the banker.
Yeah, so that's a like street value, if you will, of 40 gold. And you hand him like this sack of change. And he's like, "All right, I'll give you 30 gold." He like spends some time counting it all, and he's like, "All right, I'll give you 30 gold for all of this."
I pull out a dagger.
A dagger. Oh,
Yeah.
should we sell Brendan's stuff too?
If you want to.
Yeah. Probably need to.
You pull out a dagger. He nods to someone behind you, and you feel like a spear poking you in the back. And if you turn around, there's a guard.
Whoa. And I turn it so I'm holding the blade, handing him the handle. I have 2 daggers. I just wanted to sell it.
All right. He pulls the spear back. He's like, "You better be more careful with that." So yeah, you hand him the dagger, and he's like, "All right, this isn't really a place that you want to sell items like that. We trade in valuables, but not in weaponry. You need to go into the market district."
Have you heard what this dagger has done, though?
No, and I don't much care.
Yeah, okay.
Tyler, how
Hasn't really done
much gold do you have on your character?
15.
Okay, so we should probably sell some of Brendan's stuff for him so he can get some gold.
I'm imagining this guy is the rude, like, appraisal guy from Guardians of the Galaxy when Star-Lord's trying to sell the thing to him in the beginning.
That sounds about right.
Mega pawn shop asshole.
Yeah. Let me get my expert in on this one.
Tyler, go ahead and put 61 gold in your inventory. We're taking it off of him. I'm taking 50 from Brendan.
Okay,
and then
cool.
are you guys gonna sell Breden's statues and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, we probably need to. You guys want to take? I already took 50 gold from him, so
take any other useful items too. Like he has a charm and the water trap and some incense and stuff like that. All right, so yeah, if you hand over, he has 2 gemstones as well. He has a. What the hell is this even? Can't tell what this item is because the window is like it's cropping it. I don't know. Brightly, sparkly, cyan, something. He's got other gemstones. He's got a painted gold
flower
bracelet. Oh yeah, the flower. Okay. He's got a bracelet, some gemstones, and a wooden scroll tube with skeletons engraved on it. The only items.
Wasn't the scroll something magical?
I think so. I'll look it up in a minute. It's not anything that has a value associated with it, so it's bound to be something more magical than anything else. But if you like, if you just dump all this stuff to the priest of Joaquin, he like sorts through it all and he pushes some of it back towards you, and he pushes the scroll out towards you. He picks up the bracelet and he looks at it a little bit and then pushes that back out towards you as well. And he takes the gemstones and counts them out real quick. And let's see. He says, "I'll give you 130 gold for all these gemstones."
Oof. I would split that between everybody. Or whoever needs the money.
We should all share in the profit of the dead. That way, any of us gets haunted, we all get haunted.
By the way, Terrace is very, very excited that you gave him some gold. He probably hasn't seen that much gold in one place his entire life. So he's like, holy crap.
He just made new friends. He's so excited.
Go ahead and sell the stuff. Zeshel, how much money do you have? I'm at 202 right now.
Well, I'm sitting at 10 gold right now. I still need to sell my gemstones.
Okay. Definitely. I mean, we can pool gold together if we're having to buy stuff like guides and everything too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Just go ahead and put that all. I mean, let's put some of that stuff in your inventory, Cabby as well.
All right. So you guys have sold all bread and stuff at this point. Yeah. Emerald, what?
Can I take Cal's spellbook?
Yeah. I mean, presumably, like I said, you guys would have whatever it is you wanted to take off their bodies. We just haven't done it like on the back end yet, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
All right, so I'm gonna bring another 1,000 copper and 300 silver coins.
Do you have another 1,300? What?
I just stole it off of his body.
Oh, off of Cal's body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cal's or Breden's?
You mean Breden, because Cal has 15 gold, yeah.
Breden only had 76. Oh, you just took it off.
Yeah, I took it off. He had 1,376, just like I did.
Oh, okay.
He's empty on gold, too.
And then I put it back in mine again. Or I haven't yet. I just took
it off.
He gives you another...
Skill mill?
He gives you another 30 gold for all of Breden's money as well. It's the same exchange, basically.
And I wink again.
He just sort of like furrows his brow at you, like, all right, whatever. He's had enough of this like crazy lot that's just like throwing random items at him. Yeah.
Emerald tries to wink at Cabby, but she accidentally closes both eyes.
Goodness.
All right, so you guys have traded all of Breden's gemstones and gold. You've traded all of Cabby's gemstones or you traded all of Cabby's gold. Or coinage. You've traded all of Zeshel or not Zeshel's, but
yeah, I haven't done mine yet.
Wait, how much
Cabby
did I get for that?
Book Slam's gemstones. So hang on a second, because I've got it all written down.
No problem.
Zeshul, you want to do your
I had
gemstones
2
as
onyx
well?
gemstones. Yeah.
Okay. So he looks at the 2 and he says, all right, I'll give you 80 gold for the 2.
Can't make it an even 100.
100? No. There's taxes involved in this, and I'll give you 80.
He's already said that. God, Zessel, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, get your life together,
Taxes, dude.
please.
Don't you know?
Taxes. Taxes are theft.
Have you seen a tax? Like, my God.
All right, I'll take the 80.
Okay.
So
Anybody else have anything to trade in?
90.
No.
All right.
Taxation is theft, says Exquisite Cheese in my chat.
He gets it.
Yep.
He understands.
All right. So your total count then, let's see. Book Slam, you got 80 gold for the gemstones and 130 gold for Breden's gemstones. Cabby,
I got 130
for Breden's gemstones, yeah.
Okay.
And then 80 for your own.
Sure.
Cabby, you got 80 for your gemstones and 60 for your coinage and Breden's coinage. And then Zeshul, you got 80 for your gemstones as well.
Cool.
All right.
Money for everybody.
Everybody's all coined out. We're done doing exchange rates at this point, right?
Let's go to the brothel and get some drinks. Actually, I refuse to do that in a D&D campaign after playing with Baron.
Yeah, I don't want to role play.
He made a monster spawn because Derek took like 2 hookers to the back room and it summoned the herpes monster.
Oh my God.
Gross.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever remember hearing about that. Yeah, it was like this. Okay, so this roll of the dice that would summon they would keep this dice on the table, like physical dice. And if anybody did anything stupid in the campaign, Baron and our old DM, Peppy, would make us roll it. And it would have a chance of summoning this very grotesque monster that would, it was bad, dude. It was such a weird campamping.
Yeah, that's old school campaigns for you for sure.
3.5.
So you guys are finished trading stuff in. Like almost as soon as you guys are done and you turn around, the banker like closes down shop. Right, you guys showed up when the sun was setting, and the bank is done for the day.
Oh no, we were those guys.
I am so glad that we were.
He shut the door and he's just tossing up the gemstones and going, yeah.
Your god is lame.
No, more than anything, he's probably still counting out thousands of copper pieces. Very annoyed. Yeah. So where do you guys
I assure you none of those are duplicates.
Where do you guys want to head from here? Odds are most of the like business places are probably closed or getting close to closing. Do you guys head towards an inn, or do you try and find a place that might be open? What do you guys do from here?
Yeah, we should probably go find an inn. I don't
Ale.
want to sleep on the streets anymore. We need a good bed, man. Ale and beds and somewhere kind of secure.
So there's 2 inns that are here. There's the one that you guys went to previously, which is the Thundering Lizard. That's the one that's a little bit more raucous. And then there's Kaya's House of Repose, which is much quieter, but a little bit more expensive. Which one do you guys go towards?
Can Vorn fit in the door either way?
Probably not. No. If I was to guess, I mean, he would have to like duck over to make it through.
Is there a stable we could keep him in?
He's not a horse.
There's the dinosaur stables over in the Tariki Anchorage.
How much does he weigh?
Well, I mean,
Probably weighs like
We need
a
to
car,
find-
I would imagine.
We need to find a way to give him personality. That way he goes to the dinosaur stable and he's like, nice dinosaur.
we should harvest a soul.
Let's do it. Let's do some alchemy.
I don't know if you guys are high enough level to be harvesting souls yet. Also,
Not even a magic user.
Also, the soulmonger is out, so like if you guys removed a soul from a body, the soulmonger would probably just take it from you. So
Exactly. So we gotta finish that first.
That'd be a great fight. Let's go, bro.
I mean, that's the plan, right? It's the end game, literally. All right, so yeah, you guys head towards the Thundering Lizard. The Thundering Lizard is like it's got a big like dinosaur skull as the entranceway, and outside of it you see a sign that like a wooden like 2-piece sign that has a portrait of a plump Italian man on it, and it says, "This week only, Volo's Guide to Monsters," and it's sitting outside of the tavern on your way in. As you go in, there's really nothing out of the ordinary besides a bunch of people partying and drinking and being raucous. What do you guys do here? Do you just get beer and settle in for the night, or try and look for people to talk to?
We asked for some rooms for our party.
Okay,
and,
it's 5 silver piece each for a room, or for a bed. So 5 silver piece per person.
Who's paying for it?
Cabby immediately puts her finger on her nose.
Me too.
I've only got gold, so I don't know the conversion rate for that.
I mean, they can change out whatever you give them.
Yeah.
Okay, I give them 1 gold piece for all of us.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough for all of you and a tip, so that should be good.
Yep, and I say keep the change.
What do you guys do with Vorn? Do you try and bring him into the tavern, or do you leave him outside the tavern?
Does
the tavern have a hitching post?
No.
What kind of tavern is this? Doesn't have a stable, doesn't have a hitching post.
He doesn't
How
need to
am I
be
supposed
hitched. He's
to
not
do
going to wander off.
I mean, people aren't gonna be able to move him either. He's really heavy. So
He's a big boy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
We
I'll
call
just tell
Nick
him.
in my country.
I'll just tell him to wait outside.
if anybody tries
At
to
least
steal
leave him in
all-
an interesting pose.
if anybody tries to steal him, all Zestal has to like think is like, come back to me, and it'll just like bust out of everything, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
actually call Vorn to you from a pretty long distance, I think, and he'll just come to you
Perfect.
wherever he is.
What I'm saying is, we keep Vorn, we study Vorn, we build multiple Vorns, and they assemble together to form Vorntron.
That would require more magical knowledge, which we don't have in this party, except for what Book Slam and Zeshtal can do, and probably a higher level, right?
Probably, yeah. I'd have to look at what it takes to create.
Can you make?
shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely
bet you
can.
could.
It's certainly
What class could do that?
I mean, whatever class wanted to, really.
Hmm. Interesting.
I'd go with Gnome Warlock if that was my goal.
A gnome warlock.
Yeah.
So Taris looks around
Tinkering.
the tavern. I'm assuming the tavern's on the first floor, and then the inns and the beds, the rooms are up in the second and third floors or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Taris looks around and he wants to see if, like, basically how full the tavern is. People look like they're having a good time. He kind of wants to just like fill out the atmosphere, I guess you could say.
Yeah, everybody's having a great time. It is good old tavern stuff. It's not any more full than normal, but a normal night in Port Ninsaro is still pretty packed. So most of the tables are full of people, and there's drinking and mugs.
How much is
and,
How much is ale?
That's a great question. I can tell you the price in a second.
So Taris, while you're doing that, Taris starts walking around the area looking for a very sturdy spot in the floor that he wouldn't have to worry about breaking if he hit it with something. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you go around like sort of like stomping your foot on the ground looking for like a solid piece of board.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. Yeah, you eventually. I think most of it is pretty sturdy considering how busy the place is. And yeah, you find like a solid little clearing of area that you can potentially hit, I guess.
All right. Whenever Book Slam is done doing what he was doing, I'll continue.
Oh, I was just gonna see how much ale was, and I was gonna buy it for the whole party because we probably need it.
Ale.
Sounds good.
So a mug of ale is 4 coppers.
4 coppers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll bring it back.
Are you guys able to hear the
Gotcha.
in noises? I put it on the jukebox on Roll20, and I can't hear it.
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
Weird. All right, that's fine.
I don't hear it. Emerald's excited about this ale idea because she's very uncomfortable in the city.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. So you said you buy enough for everybody. Do you just buy like you could also buy a gallon of ale if you wanted to, and just like
How
bring
much
over
is
a
a
pitcher.
gallon?
A pitcher is 2 silver.
2 silver. Dang. Okay, and then half a gold piece is 50, right?
Well, so 1 gold is 30 silver.
1 gold is 30 silver. Okay.
Yeah.
I hand 1 gold over, and that should pay for food and drinks for us, right?
Yeah, it should.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Nice.
We have ourselves a merry old time.
no, 1 gold is 10 silver. That's my bad. I messed that up.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know where I got 30 from. I
So
got
we
30
can
from
each get a
because I
keg.
was calculate. Okay, yeah.
With 1 gold, we can each get a keg.
Or a pitcher, but yeah.
Pitcher, yeah. How I'll hand him 1 gold and say, "How drunk can I get with this?"
The innkeeper is like, I'll keep him coming.
Okay, good. I sit down at the bar. I'm
All right.
ready.
But yeah, if you hand him a gold, that's still enough for a pitcher of beer and enough food for everyone for sure to go around. So
Hope they have cheese.
yeah, most like normal food. So if you were to just get like bread and cheese and stuff like that, it's like 1 silver for a hunk of cheese and like 2 copper for some bread. But if you hand him over a gold, that's enough to get you guys fed and drinking.
Is there music being played right now?
Yeah, there's probably some bard off in the corner that's whiling away at his loot.
All right, so I'm gonna chug my ale real quick, and then I'm gonna start doing some crazy kinku dances.
Okay, are you imitating his music at the same time?
Yes,
All right.
but like in a lower pitch, so it sounds even better.
Okay. What's the
Nice.
rest of the group doing?
I'm getting hammered and
Okay.
looking for women.
All right.
Tayrus is ready to give a
I
performance whenever he has an opportunity.
I'm just kind of sitting, eating and drinking,
You just sit
wondering what the hell Book Slam is up to.
I'm just having a good time, man. I look back at you and do that beak smile with my thumbs up. You do realize this is the first time we've seen civilization in many months. Like
Many moons have passed since I've
Many
met another
moons.
soul.
many moons and many days have passed. Many zombies and T-Rexes and Medusa women's and
I'm smoldering in the back.
I wave at every female that walks by, but I'm too awkward to say anything to them.
what? Why are you smoldering in the back?
Because it's Cappy.
Yeah, have you met Cabby?
No. Hi, Cabby. I'm.
Oh, I can hear
Slap.
the noises now.
There we go.
Oh, there they go.
Oh, that's a little too loud.
Nice.
I hear it too.
There we go. Okay.
Neat.
Yeah. So, Tayrus, what do you do for your performance? You found a nice little
All right.
section of clear
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, as long as I find, because I don't want to, I don't want to get a bill for freaking construction on the freaking tavern. So I found a spot that's nice and sturdy, and I wait till Book Slam finishes his performance with the dancing and whatnot.
Okay.
And I'm assuming
just cut off the bard. Everybody, shut up! Look at me now.
So
are people looking at me strangely?
Probably, yeah. They don't often see Kenku in these parts. They see Eric Cochran sometimes, but they don't often see Kenku.
I want to join into the bard's music though.
Oh,
okay, good.
All right, so Terrace says, attention, everyone. And he like claps his hands together like a couple times, like to get everybody's attention, obviously. And he's like, gather around. Let me tell you a tale. And I'm going to preface this out of character by saying that Terrace likes this kind of stuff, but I never said he was good at it. So that's going to be up to you guys to decide if you like his tales or not. But so
I like how you turned off all the talking.
Yeah, when you said attention, like the people immediately around you definitely stop and turn towards where you are.
That's really funny, dude.
So
well, he's thick, so everybody needs to look at him. He's big.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to ignore a 7.5 foot
exactly
guy.
You should flex for a good measure and kiss your arms.
So he's got most people's attention, and he's like, my name is Terrace the Mighty, and I come to tell you a tale. Several weeks ago, I had an encounter with some gorillas, and it was very interesting. And he starts going into detail. He says, I got into a stone throwing contest with several gorillas. They believed I would be an easy target and wouldn't throw back. They were wrong. He started chuckling. After a few seconds, I became agitated and picked up a pumpkin-sized stone and heaved it at them. They were up in a tree about 50 feet away. The strongest one thought he'd be cute and catch my throw, but the stone's momentum carried him and his pride right out of that tree and onto the ground with a thud. And as he says thud, he brings his foot down as hard as he can onto the floor, basically attempting to like make the entire tavern shake. And then he starts laughing and he's like, it was hilarious.
So do me a favor, make a strength check for that. I want to see
whisper over
how
to
successful
you
are like actually shaking the tavern.
I whisper over to Zeshua, are these the same gorillas we dealt with?
Yeah, so the tables like immediately surrounding you definitely shake, and some of the fuller mugs, a little bit of ale tumbles out of the top of it, and the people around you are like, oh, and you hear some whispers and laughter and stuff like that as you do that.
Terrace looks extremely pleased with himself, and he just kind of stands awkwardly for a few seconds and goes to sit down next to his band.
All right. Yeah, so you do that, and the people around you like sort of look around at each other like, is he done? And then they like give you like a small applause and then just go back to doing what they were doing and drinking.
I clap uncontrollably and go, bravo, bravo.
I imagine that your actual hands don't make a clapping noise, so you probably have to imitate that with your mouth instead.
Yeah, I would be doing that. I would be actually making clapping sounds from my mouth while saying bravo because I'm talented. Okay.
Talented.
I actually imagined you like that story is a Drax story from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh wow, he's totally Drax. I love it.
He is Drax.
That's great.
I give you a big thumbs up.
Awesome.
That's so perfect. All right.
I nod in approval.
Yeah, so you guys...
So brooding. Edgelord over there.
Yeah.
So edgy.
You guys are sitting around drinking and enjoying a like actual restful night that's not being spent in the jungle. And you notice off in one corner of the inn, there's a table that is like more surrounded by people than some of the other tables, and behind it is like a very visually like what's the word I'm looking for? There's a guy that's like moving around a lot. It looks like he's telling some sort of a story, and the people around him are also like, you know, very excited and ecstatic about what's going on.
Sure.
You can't hear clearly what's being said or what story he's telling, but there's just a table that seems to be a little bit more crowded than normal.
I continue drinking.
Okay, that's fair. What about the rest of you? Do you guys just
Taris is
drink
very
for the rest of the night?
interested to see what story is going on over there.
Okay.
He always loves to hear a good story.
Sure.
I'll follow Terrace because I don't want to be alone.
While we're walking towards that, I'm telling Terry, I'm like, I love the part when everything shook.
Oh my god, yes.
Taris is chuckling. He slaps Bookslam on the back, agreeing. Maybe he slapped him too hard, but he didn't mean to.
I let out kind of a squawk of a different bird species that I may have heard in the jungle, and just look at him kind of like, hey.
So you wander over to this other table and you catch the tail end of this story that this man is telling. The guy that's telling the story, he's a plump-looking dude, and you notice that he is the same as the person that was on the sign out in front of the tavern.
Okay.
And he's got one leg up on one of the benches, and he says, and then we actually, he's got a very Italian accent, so forgive me if that doesn't come through in all of my bad role-playing, but he says...
You're okay.
And then
You guys made fun of me for my Brooklyn Australian accent.
Everyone can't be Matt Mercer. We understand.
Yeah. He says, and then we slayed the last of the velociraptors, and we made it through the rest of the jungle, and you'll have to hear about the rest in my book. And he slams the book down on the table, and you look down and you notice that it says Volo's Guide to Monsters. So you take it to be that this is Volo Thamp Goddard. He's relatively well known in...
I look around like someone said my name.
I wet my pants.
Because the book slam.
Taris is starstruck.
Why do I get the feeling that this guy's basically Gilderoy Lockhart?
You're not far off.
I figured.
What author isn't?
Yeah.
True.
Oh, that's good.
Once he finishes telling the story and he throws the book down, everybody cheers and claps, and a couple people like come up to him with their copies of their book, and he sits down and takes a big swish of his ale and signs a couple of copies of books, and then continues eating and just enjoying himself in the tavern.
Wow. Taris is pretty much just stunned. He's like, he doesn't know what to do. He's like that awkward like nerd at a high school party that really wants to talk to like a super hot girl, but he just kind of like sits there talking to himself for like 20 minutes instead, and then she leaves.
All right, so yeah, you're standing behind the crowd just looking at him in awe, and he probably doesn't even notice. Well, actually, let me see, because he might notice you. You're pretty damn big. Let me actually give some
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Don't you hate it when you're at a book signing and a giant is staring at you the whole damn time?
Heavy breathing.
So he's Terry Crews on he's Terry Crews on Brooklyn Nine-Nine geeking out when he meets that author.
That's exactly what
gosh.
it is. Yeah, so he's eating for a couple moments. He takes like a big chunk out of his bread, and then he looks up slowly at the crowd that's still sort of sitting around. They're slowly starting to disperse, and he sees you, and then if you guys make eye contact at all, he immediately just like turns his head again, like almost like scared, because he doesn't really see people that are this large in this town very much. So he sees you and then immediately turns back and continues eating and drinking.
I guess by now, Taris has probably worked up enough gumption and fortitude to walk over to the table. So he walks over to the table, and as he does, he reaches into his pouch and pulls out his memoirs. And when he gets to the table, he very politely asked for the attention of Sir Volo.
Which translates to hi.
He looks up at you and he says, another fan, huh? Yeah, let me see your book. I'll give it a signing. And do you hand him your memoirs?
Terrace wants to say Terrace wants to say a lot of things right now. But basically all he's able to get out is, yes, please sign my memoirs. And he hands it to him, like, just looks so freaking like sad what's happening right now. Like, anybody that's looking at this is just thinking to themselves, oh my god, what is going on?
So yeah, you hand him your memoirs, and he goes to open it, and then he stops and pauses, and he looks at the cover, and he's like, this is not my book. Why am I signing this? I'm here to sign my own book, not yours.
Terrace says, sir, I am an aspiring writer, and one day I would like to work in the theater. I have a history as a gladiator, and I've dealt with many audiences, and I respect your work and aim to be on your level one day. Could you please find it in your heart to sign my memoir, so whenever I go to write something in it, I see your name and it inspires me further.
So when you say that you want to be an aspiring writer, at first he looks a little concerned, but then when you say you want to like write a play or be in theater, he looks very relieved. Like, oh god, good, not competition. This is not a guy I want to be in competition with. And you finish, and he's like, of course, I will sign anything for a good fan. And he opens it up to the like inside cover, and he just gives a big like flourishing Volothamp Godard signature on it. I don't think he writes anything, especially like unique. It's just a big signature on the inside of it.
Terrace bows to him, grabs the book, and runs away like a little schoolgirl.
All right. Yeah, he just looks awkwardly at you like, all right, sure, and then just continues on with his eating and drinking.
And that's it for me.
Right.
I'm going to retire soon.
Are you guys, the rest of the party, do you guys are all just still drinking and eating?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out at the table. I never left because I've been eating nothing but slop and whatever we find in the jungle. So I'm kind of savoring the actual.
Excuse me? I kept you alive.
Okay.
I'm wasted.
I have some other stuff to go through. Hang on one second. I need to find a table for this. Come on, where's my table?
Probably in the kitchen. Ah.
Why
Get
would there be a
out.
table in the kitchen? Doesn't make any sense.
Hey, excuse me? I've been to the doctor's house. He doesn't have a table, okay?
Yeah, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I can't have a table in here.
Yeah. Can't have a table.
So there's a on. Thought this is in this section, but things to do. Here we go. All right, that's what I'm looking for. All right. Yeah, of course.
All right.
Sorry, I don't know how to whisper back, but yeah.
No problem.
So while you guys are sitting there drinking, roll some perception. Everybody who is still sitting at the table when Terrace walked over to Volo, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do this one at a time then. Cabby, will you roll a D100 for me?
Yeah, no problem.
What are we doing?
No clue.
Okay.
Nice.
So you guys are sitting there drinking and eating, and you are just overhearing things that people around you are talking about. And you hear one guy at like the table immediately next to you. He leans over closely to his friend and he says, "There's this city deep in the jungle. It's built by minotaurs. I don't know what happened to them, but now the city's overrun by snake people. Even worse things dwell below, but I feel I've seen some strange devils screaming in
Worse
that
than
darkness."
snake people?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we were once snake people.
That's a fair point. But who's worse than us?
You guys aren't that badly of murder hobos, so it's not that bad.
I mean, we haven't been murdering everybody we see. We've been pretty, other than Nanny
Poo Poo, that was exciting.
You guys were shaking her like some kind of,
She was
like
she was
some
evil.
kind of sorceress who is invading my goddamn.
Yeah, she was trying
you're
to kill
damn
us.
right I was.
Yeah.
So
it went better.
That's what Cabby overhears. Is this ancient city that was built by minotaurs and is now overrun by snake people. Zeshul, do you want to give me a D100 as well? All right. So you hear another person at another table nearby, and he says, "Oh, sure, we've got that queen, but none will be as beautiful as Queen Zalcore. Thousands of warriors killed and died for her, but I don't know. I wish that we still had her, but they had to banish her to that old Nangalore."
Oh God, we know that thing.
I'm sorry, it's a table of random rumors that you guys are overhearing. Bookslam, I don't think you hear anything necessarily, because it's just loud and obnoxious in here.
I'm making loud musical noises with my mouth. Okay.
Yeah. Emerald, do you want to give me a D100?
Yes.
All right, I want to be clear that I'm very glad you guys all rolled like very different numbers and I didn't have to give you the same rumor over and over again. So yeah, you hear somebody telling his friend. He says, "Have you seen them?" And his friend is like, "Have I seen what?" He says, "Those little guys. They're about yay tall." And he holds up his fingers and his finger and his thumb and holds them a couple inches apart. And he says, "They're all black and they wear these weird little masks. I've never heard them, speak before, but they're not harmful at least. And I don't know. I feel that they're very magical, and I don't know what to think about them." He says, "Oh, you've just been drinking in the jungle again," his friend says to him. "You're talking nonsense."
Me.
Yeah, so those are the random rumors that you guys overhear while drinking the jungle. Or
I'll tell them about what I heard.
So you lean over to these people that weren't talking to you to tell them about your own adventures?
No.
Oh, you tell your party what you heard.
Party, yeah. I tell my party, yeah.
Have you, Emerald, you haven't seen the Chwingas yet, have you?
No, I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, he talked about magic little people.
And I gasp and I'm like, I love those guys.
I've never met any, but I want to. That sounds so exciting.
They're adorable.
I love adorable things.
They are very adorable.
They made us put snakes in our mouth.
That sounds so exciting. Who wouldn't like a snake in their mouth?
This is what they look like, for the record, for anybody.
Oh my god, I love
that
that.
doesn't remember. Yeah.
They're so
They look like all the, what is it, the Studio Ghibli
the little
movie
like coal
sprites.
monsters?
Yeah, they do.
Like from Princess Mononoke, and there's a few other. They've had them in plenty of movies.
Spirited Away with the big one.
Yeah, Spirited Away, especially. That was a good movie.
Yeah,
Princess Mononoke was awesome.
Yeah, Miyazaki is.
And also a terrifying movie too.
Yeah. All right.
Same.
So you guys finish drinking. Do you just sort of head in at a natural time, or is there anything else you guys want to do before you finish up the night?
Nope, I didn't have anything.
Okay.
right.
Cool. So Yeah, you go up to your rooms for the night. You have probably the best night's sleep that you've had in months. You all sleep like actual rocks.
Thanks to Terrace's tail.
Yeah, he was able to lull you to sleep with his tails. Yeah, you wake up in the morning to a still bustling tavern. The smell of cooked meats and baked goods fill the kitchen and the downstairs area. And you come out to almost the exact same scene that you saw the day before. Presumably you guys feed yourselves and take care of all those necessities. Where do you guys go in the city from here? Previously you guys were talking about potentially getting some magic items over in the merchant's ward from one of the merchant princes. And then also Cabby was looking to get a helmet crafted out of her skull. Okay. So while you guys are like preparing to leave for the day, you also notice Volo is like over in one of the corners. There's like a raised platform, and he's setting up like a stool and flipping through some books and like patting some sweat off of his forehead, and it just looks like he's like getting ready for the day to do whatever it is Volothamp does. Where do you guys want to go?
I think we need to go to the merchant ward.
Okay. Do you want to go there by way of the other bazaar so that Cabby can see about getting her helmet done?
Yeah, for sure.
Before we leave, I stop by the tavern and grab a pint.
Okay.
First thing in the morning.
Like a growler? Or we should all get growlers for the road.
What time is it right now? Is it like 8 a.m. or something like that?
Yeah, it's probably around like early morning, so it's probably like 8. Yeah.
Okay. As Terrace leaves the inn, he or tavern, whatever you want to call it, he tosses the merchant or barkeep one whole gold piece, and he tells him that he wants to buy all of Volo's meals for the day and ale for the night, and he leaves.
Do we want to talk to Volo? Like, I guess he seems like some kind of explorer person. He might have some kind of information, maybe.
Weren't we looking for a guide?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were looking for a guide. None of the guide information is up in this tavern, though. There's another area in the western part of the town that has like a bulletin board with all the guides on it.
I was just saying that this guy seems like an adventurer, so...
Oh, he's fat and lazy, and you can tell just by looking at him that he's not going to be useful out in the jungle.
Oh, I love that. I love people like that.
We need to look up, like...
We can let him die. Ooh.
Is it the main square that has the guide?
I think it's also over near the merchant's ward that the guides are posted up somewhere. But there's like a whole bulletin board. I will give you guys all that information once you guys get over there.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, so when you hand him over that gold to the barkeep nods at you and he says, "I'll feed him as much as I can off of this," and says, "Thank you very much," and lets you go. Did you guys want to try and talk to Volo before you leave, or do you want to just go ahead and head out to the other bazaar?
Terrace has had about all he can take in Volo's prison, so he heads out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just looking at him, he seems like a bit of a fraud. So I'm.
I eagerly shake his hand and say it was nice to meet him.
Volo? You shake Volo's? Okay. So when you go to approach Volo, he says, "Oh, not to now. I'm still setting up for the day. If you come back later this afternoon, I'll be ready for my talk."
You piece of shit.
Me.
It's not necessarily that. It's more like he just thinks that you're one of the like many fans that are about trying to get his attention and get his signature and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I was just. But Bookslam probably did say that.
Cabby, do you do anything to combat what he's saying to you, or do you just let him go and walk out?
No, I just let it go with a smile.
Okay. Cool. So you guys head out, and as you leave the tavern, there's like a line of dinosaurs being led out of Tariki Anchorage, up along the southern streets of the port, and they all have like extra like decorations and stuff on them. There are people riding on several of the dinosaurs. There's one of them is covered in, it looks like mud, but it smells like shit. And in the side of the dinosaur, carved out of the shit, is the number 18, and they're all being led through the streets. A bit busier. There's a lot of people. There's like more people in this area than there normally are, and they seem to be like lining the streets to get ready for something.
What you're saying is it's a dinosaur parade.
What I'm saying is they're getting ready. They're getting ready for the dinosaur races. Is what they're doing.
Oh, dinosaur race! We could waste so much time in this town.
You really could. Yeah.
Okay,
so
does Tayrus know this? Does he realize that's what's going on?
Well, you've spent some time in the city before, right?
Yeah, I mean, just basically just enough to gather my supplies to go out and adventure.
Yeah, then I'm sure you've at least heard about the dinosaur races before. Cabby, this is something that you guys were told about last time you were in the port as well, which is that there are dinosaur races every 2 weeks or so that go on here in the town.
So I wouldn't know, though, right?
No, not unless you've been here before. You wouldn't know about it.
Okay.
I'm assuming there's gambling involved, right?
Oh, yeah.
Guys, what's going on?
For sure.
Why even have a race if you're not going to place bets?
Honestly, that's so true.
All right.
Place your bets, Gio. Place your bets.
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
We need to come up with like 9 different dinosaur names, race names. Daddy's little angel in first.
Tayrus likes a good wager, but he's not that interested right now in this after having just had the night of his life meeting Volo.
We really do need to do merchants and get Cabby's helmet situated.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys wander around for a little bit, and eventually you find this, big, typical burly blacksmith that's hammering away at some piece of metal, and behind him is a bunch of armor that's hung up. And he seems like probably the most well-suited to handle such a task. Gabby, what do you do?
I'm gonna walk up to him with a huge fucking grin on my face and be like, I want to have a crocodile skull as a helmet. Can you do that?
Yeah, he sort of like looks a little startled when you come yelling at him as he's hammering away at his metal, and he turns to you and he sees you, this normal-sized elf, holding out a giant fucking crocodile skull, and he looks a little surprised at what's happening, and he says, "You want a what now?"
I also have flowers adorning my hair.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, he says, "You want a what?"
I reach into my sack and drop the 20-pound skull on whatever closest surface I can. I want to turn this, as it hits, into a helmet.
He picks it up in just one hand, and he turns it around and takes a look at it. And he says, I guess I could make do out of this. How much are you willing to spend on something like that?
Well, it depends on the quality of work you got here.
Well, he points at his armor behind him. He says, I think the quality speaks for itself, don't you?
Can I investigate the armor?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Yeah. Investigation.
There it is.
Wow, nice.
Okay.
Does this look like quality armor?
Yeah, you see a couple of like various pieces of armor, ranging from like chainmail to full on like plate mail. Something that you don't necessarily see a lot of people in Chult wearing, but that's what he specializes in. So, but there's like this one particular piece that looks like it's probably been sitting up there for a while, but the quality is outstanding. It's something that would easily go for like 800 to 1,000 gold. So yeah, it's quality stuff.
All right.
Do it.
I have a limited budget, but I'm looking for the best work I can get out of this skull.
All right, yeah, he takes another look at it, and he sort of like holds his thumb up to measure like your head, and takes another look at like the inside of the crocodile skull. He's like, all right, I'm sure we can do something like this. It'll take me a while to fashion this, but if you come back in a couple of days, I could easily have a helmet ready for you. Let's say he looks around at the business that he's got going on. Let's call it a day and a half for 30 gold. Does that sound about right for you?
That sounds great.
All right. We have a deal. He holds out a big hand.
40 gold on the table.
He holds out a big hand to have like a gentleman's agreement and shake on it.
Yeah. I shake.
All right. I'll see you here in a day and a half's time.
All right.
You guys exchange names?
Yeah, he probably like hands you like a slip of paper and something to like a piece of chalk or something, or maybe not chalk, but like
just like a dry cleaner's receipt.
Yeah, but I mean to write with like a grease pen or something like that to write with, and he just like, all right, put down your information there.
I mean, he's an armor smith. I'm sure he has charcoal.
Yeah,
Josh, I think your Italian accent is coming out as kind of a.
This guy's not Italian.
Well, your accents always come out like you're.
They all
Irish.
come out very generic. Yeah,
I love it.
I've
I like
seen
the Irish one.
I've seen Adam Coble talk about this before, which is that like everybody sort of falls into their like generic RPG accent where it's like kind of British but not really.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. All right.
I love it. I love your old voices. They're the best.
You just lean so hard into it, and every character be like, "Oh, governor."
God, deep Cockney accent. Yeah, no, thank you.
Oh.
Can the next continent we go to be Australia?
If you want to know how to annoy our friend Cole, Cockney accents. That's it.
Yeah. So he turns around to finish working on the piece that he's wearing, and he like slaps your little tag with your name on it to the side of the crocodile skull and sets it aside for now and continues on doing what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to look for while you were here in the bazaar?
Terrace wanted the calligraphy set.
I also did want to look for a black market.
Okay.
A black market.
Yeah.
A black market sounds spicy.
So
I
for the
want to see if there are any
calligraphy set,
connections I can make.
I think you definitely find like a big group or like a stall that's just like a bunch of like journals and books and empty scrolls and writing sets and things like that, and you're able to find a calligrapher
for the nerd in your life.
Yeah, exactly. Hang on. I put that.
As Exquisite Cheese says, books are for nerds.
Calligraphers.
Books are for history.
So you're able to find one. It's 10 gold pieces, and it weighs 5 pounds. I don't know how much you've used Roll20 in the past, but if you go to the I tab, it's the compendium, and you can search for calligrapher's set or calligrapher's supplies in there, and just drag it onto your character sheet, and it'll automatically do the weight and stuff for you.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it won't subtract the gold, but it'll do the weight for you automatically, and it'll give you.
You said it was how much?
It's 10 gold pieces.
All right. Well, Terrace doesn't know much about appraisal and that kind of stuff, so he just eagerly hands over the 10 gold and takes the set, and I'll worry about adding it later whenever we have time if I have trouble.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure you make note of it so that you don't forget that you have it.
Yep. Yep.
All right, Cabby, after you drop off your crocodile skull, you are looking around for some sort of individual that looks like they might be able to point you out to some form of black market. You
Black market, alley deals, what I can get.
Yeah, you find like a weapon stall with like a especially greasy looking individual that's running the stall. And he, I'm assuming that to find this, actually here, give me another investigation.
Damn.
Ooh.
You don't find shit.
I don't know my ass from a hole in the ground.
So you still find this greasy individual, but you're walking around just like speaking thieves' cant to various vendors, trying to get them to see if like they also speak thieves' cant. And this guy just looks at you with like this. Everybody else just sort of looks at you confusedly. This guy looks at you like angrily, like you need to shut.
Hello,
your
fellow
mouth.
young thieves.
He doesn't say anything else. He just looks at you like you need to watch yourself. You need to be careful where you're saying that. But he doesn't say anything else beside that.
I smile and wave.
Right? Yeah. He
like real obvious.
He doesn't respond to that wave at all.
You're Steve Buscemi on 30 Rock. How do you do, fellow thief?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, thief.
That's exactly what I was going for. Thank you.
So yeah, you're not able to find anybody that's able to give you information on any sort of back alley dealings at this time. Anybody else want to look for anything in particular in the bazaar?
How the fuck am I supposed to?
Is this where I might find sorcerer shit? Or is that somewhere else?
I mean, there might be sorcerer shit in the outhouse, but you're gonna have to dig through it.
Knee slapper.
Jokes.
So no, there's not really any magic items around here. There might be like equipment to make scrolls, like at the place that Terrace bought his calligrapher set. But there's not anything inherently magic in this part of the bazaar. If you ask around, you find that you need to go talk to one of the merchant princes to get that.
Is there any like potions or anything we can find?
Yeah, I need potions for sure.
That would be over at the merchant's villa, or the merchant princes.
I guess we're over there.
Yeah.
We asked a cabbie also, 'cause I don't think we heard it. How long do we have to wait in port for your helmet?
Day and a half, was it?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking like in character. Like, she was
just a day and a half. I'll pay for room and board. Don't worry about it.
Okay, that's fine.
I haven't shared my rumor.
Let me find which one of these merchants would have the magic items for you. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I don't think I know how to make scrolls, so I don't think
Oh, it's Wakanga. So, Cabby, you would probably be the one to tell Zeshul where to find magic items.
Oh, yeah.
If he was vocal about it at all. Because you guys like met Wakanga already. He was the first merchant prince that you guys met here in the town. He's the one that
yeah, I remember that guy. That guy was nice.
Yeah, so he...
Does he know T'Challa?
All right, racist. So...
What?
Yeah,
come on.
See, Tyler, look what I was talking about. This is what we have to deal with, man.
I'm staying out of it.
What's wrong, man?
Smart.
Like, okay, so Aarakocra and King Ku, man, everyone hates bird people. Just saying. This party, at least. Looks at Pip.
I don't hate bird people.
Can you actually fly, or is it just?
Are you saying this like in character?
Yes.
All right.
In
response, I say I don't hate bird people, and I like pet you.
I looked pleased, like, you know, a dog, like when you pet a dog and it's like, ah, like in that trance mode, you know what I'm saying? No, back to can Q fly? No, they can't. But I was able to fly because we went on a quest.
Yeah,
where we had to gather a black
orchid.
orchid. And I got to fly for like 3 days.
Yeah. I'm trying to get you guys to this new map. Hang on 1 second. It's being extremely slow on my side. Oh my god, roll 20. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna turn.
I like
off
this
the...
map. The Abyss.
Is it all black to you guys right now?
Dreams and
Yep.
Yeah.
this map is my hopes and dreams.
Oh wow.
Same. Just unnecessarily dark.
Yeah.
All right, Roll20 is running extremely slow for me right now.
I'm gonna eat some Pringles. Not to interrupt Roll20, but I see it now.
Yeah, here, let me.
I don't see anything.
All right, hang on one second. I'm gonna have to relaunch Roll20 because it's been a little too bad.
Yeah, I'm thinking about reroll. Uh-oh.
Is there a lot of dynamic lighting and stuff on this map? 'Cause it looks like that.
Yeah, there
that
is.
might cause an issue if.
I'm still gonna
that's probably
restart it because
probably
it's worse than it should be.
Usually it's not that bad.
No.
Yeah, that was really bad even for me. It's like super laggy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move around one of my windows, and it's just like.
Is it the map too
Probably.
big or?
No, it's probably because of the dynamic lighting stuff. Because there's like a bunch of torches on the walls and stuff like that that's causing dynamic lighting. I think once we like give it a moment to finish loading, it should work a little bit better.
Maybe.
Can you just turn that off, or does it need to be like that for something?
It makes it nice, but I can turn it off if that's going to be causing the issues.
It may rain.
I mean, for like a dungeon or something, yeah, keep it on. I think for
yeah, the nice part about
it's
dungeons
fine.
is that they're not self-lit. This is an issue because there's like 100 torches around the wall. Let me get to the page settings real quick.
I'm
so I can
getting
fix
like
this.
5 frames per second. Feels
That's
bad,
4
man.
more than you need.
Yeah, it is not having a good time.
Oh my god. Roll20, please.
You can't run Roll20 at 60 frames per second. Literally unplayable.
Should we all just leave and come back in?
No, that's not going to fix
No,
anything.
Don't
I
do
just
that.
left and came
It
back
took
and
even longer for my stuff to load up now.
Yeah, hang on one second. I'm trying to get to the page settings so I can just turn off the dynamic lighting. I had no clue it was going to be like this. I probably would have just not used this map if I knew this.
Well, it might not be that. That was just a guess. I don't know if it is or not.
Oh,
If
it
it's going to
probably
be
is.
anything,
We've
that's
had
probably
this
definitely
issue. We had this issue like at the beginning of the campaign. We loaded on. I remember one map it was Chugfest. I remember.
Come on, Roll20.
Well, I'm gonna go get me another green tea real quick. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Is also.
All right.
All right, I'm very close to being able to edit this page.
Nice.
Dynamic lighting disabled. Force line of sight. Sure, we don't need advanced fog of war either. Oh, that's instantly better.
There we go.
Instantly. And I think you guys should still get at least the line of sight stuff. Maybe not.
Is it working? Hey,
Yeah.
it's faster. Look at that.
Do you guys can just see the entire map now? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. There's nothing like secretive in here necessarily. Well, I guess that's kind of a lie. There's some stuff that maybe shouldn't be public knowledge, but that's fine. So yeah, you guys knock on the door of. I'm assuming that you leave the Shield Guardian out here, but you knock on the door of Wakanga's villa, and here I'm gonna move you guys to the outside of the villa.
Oh, didn't we have a quest for this?
You figured it out. What was the issue?
It was the lighting. I turned off.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but now
Didn't
you
we
guys
have a
can see the
quest
entire map.
from
so.
this dude or Vorn?
Yeah, so Wakanga's the guy that told you guys about Vorn, and told you how to find him and how to control him, basically.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be
I
like, hey,
remember
yo, fam, we have Born now.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I mean, like,
so you knock on the doors first, and the two guards on the immediate inside of the doors, they open it up and they say, "Hello, what you have business here?"
I got a
What you want?
block. I got a block map now.
All black?
Yeah, it's all black for me.
The characters should be at the very close to the bottom if you can't see them. I can see it on my screen.
It's all black for me.
Okay. I tried to turn Fog of War back on so you guys could at least have some semblance of immersion, but if that's not going to work...
It's working for me.
Yeah, it's working for me.
It might be because y'all have night vision.
Near the bottom.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Okay, I'll just turn it off again. That's fine.
There we go. Oh wait, I just appeared.
Now you can see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely.
All right, we're good.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, so you knock and
Cabby...
the gladiators open and they say, "Hello, do you have business here?"
Cabby's literally the only person that's left from the room beginning of the party. So.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah. I'm the original motherfucker.
How does it feel having survived, Cabby?
Like I'm gonna die soon.
How's that survival?
Honestly. I've watched all of my friends die.
Can I be your hype man while
next.
you're opening the door or talking to them?
How have you felt watching all your friends die? Has it been fine? Like a good solid time? Because
it sucked, but lately I've been in a pretty good mood.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So the two guards are looking at you guys like, are you here to just have a therapy session, or did you have business with Wakanda?
Mind your fucking business. You're a guard, not a goddamn conversator.
They look behind you at Vorn and they say, if you've got business with Wakanga, I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave the big guy behind. I don't think it'll be wise to let such a large creature inside.
The big guy is the business.
Well,
this guy's not gonna try
either
to
way,
Vorn, is he? Because I don't want to get.
Well, then can you ask Wakanga to come out?
I'll be excited.
They like close the door a little bit more, so that they can talk to each other a little bit more privately. And you hear some whispering behind the door, and they open it back up again, and they say, "Very well, wait here." And yeah, one of them leaves to go inside. And
you should make Vorn breakdance. Is that
couple moments later, they come back out, or the other guy comes back out, and then you see Wakanga come to the front door, and he says, "Hello, I hear that there's some large creature looking for me." And he opens up the door a little bit more wider so he can see everybody, and he says, "Oh, I recognize, well, one of you at least. And what is this big thing?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for me?"
This is Vorn.
This is Vorn.
"Oh, Vorn, right." And he sort of like taps his head, like he's like, "Ah, I remember now." He said, "So you found him? Where'd you end up finding his control amulet?"
Some goblin.
I like turn around like I have no fucking clue, just like
It was some goblin lady. She was very pretty, but she didn't
Grabstab or
return my
something?
love.
Yeah, Queen Grabstab.
Yep.
Yeah. I traded for this amulet for from Lady Grabstab.
Oh, so it was just a goblin had it? Well, hopefully she wasn't controlling him. Was he much trouble?
I don't think she realized what the amulet was capable of. She seemed to just be wearing it as jewelry. Vorn was actually somewhere nearby, like outside the town.
They thought that he was a god.
He gives a big hearty laugh at this, and he goes, "Oh, that sounds like good fortune. Then I'm glad you found him and made it back safely. If I'm being honest, I don't know that I was trusting that you'd make it out of those jungles alive. It seems that," he looks around. It seems that most of you haven't.
Yeah, but you underestimated me, fucker.
I look really sad, and there's a tear in my eye because I'm remembering Zork.
and Zork plush.
He sort of like looks. He like squints really carefully at you, Bookslam. He's like, "You look familiar. You're not. Are you not the same Kenku that was here before?"
Racist.
I believe you met my brother Zork. I am. Where's my book? Hold on. Dang it. I am.
Oh, well, quite good to meet you. I'm sorry about what may have happened. I imagine that you wouldn't be here without your brother if something very bad had not happened.
Yes, he perished a while ago. It's okay.
Well,
Tayrus
He's
looks
moved
very
on.
interested in all this dialogue about death and murder and shit. He's like, interesting.
So like once there's like any sort of pause in the conversation, Wakanga is like, I almost forgot. I promised you something for this. Come in. And he waves you all in through the inside doors as you walk
Does
in.
Vorn get to come in too?
He stops when you
He
ask him
just
this.
crushes through the house like the Kool-Aid guy.
He stops and he asks him. He says, "Oh, Vorn." He eyes the door and then leans his head out the door again to look at Vorn. He says, "I'm afraid he's going to be best if he just stays out here."
Should tell him to guard.
All
the
right, but I'm
house.
not responsible for anything that happens. Here discussing business with you.
Vorn, the Kool-Aid guy. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Can we paint him red?
Yeah, if you want to, you could probably do that.
I'm into
like
that.
like up to his neck needs to be red, and then like it looks like it needs to have like a Kool-Aid line. You know?
Just replace his head with a pitcher.
I only
Oh
trust
my
things
gosh.
that are monochromatic since I'm green.
All right. Yeah. So you come inside of his house, and it's very nice. It's big. There's let me see. Hang on.
I miss the woods.
So I'm assuming that you guys are here because of something quest related with Vorn. I don't really know.
Mhm.
Okay.
To be honest,
Um,
Tayrus, I don't even know.
So okay, Abby's the only one that was here for that because my character died before, and you know
Yeah.
the person that played with us before is no longer playing.
And
We went here. This is the first place we ended up, and we went in here and found out that we need to head over to, you know, was it Firefinger, and or we learned about the Death Curse, and
Orlunga
then
at that point, maybe.
we also learned about a possible, a, like Vorn. We learned a little bit about Vorn. Didn't really know what it really was. Just the area Vorn, you know. And we got directions that if we receive the amulet and bring it back, that we might get something for it. That's what I remember.
Okay, cool. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Are we
Hopefully
giving
something
up
worth
for it?
more than a giant ass. Giant.
yeah, are we giving up Vorn for whatever this guy's about to
Hell
give up?
no.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on giving them up.
Yeah, me neither.
He hasn't explained that he's expecting Vorn at all, but he walks in and he says, "Please feel free to take a seat." And he points over to the right where there's a bunch of like pillows and stuff laying on the floor. He says, "Feel free to take a seat while I go find this book." And he wanders off into the main grand hall. He points to the area to the right. You guys are welcome to like hang out,
nice
here,
pillows.
get nice and comfy. And he wanders off for a moment. He comes back a few minutes later, and he's got a big book, probably pretty well worn. And he says, "Here."
Quick slam it.
I'm curled up into this pillow.
big book of
and I'm just like,
everything?
He hands it to you, and he says, "Here, I believe that this is what I promised for having found Vorn." Let's see. I'm trying to see if it says that it's expecting Vorn.
I hope not.
It says as a reward for finding and retrieving him, but it doesn't say he's expecting him, so
Yeah,
I
if he
guess not.
expected
I
him,
think
we
he
would
just
kill
wants
him.
information about Cholt and like where you might have found him. He might eventually like try to talk you guys into selling him or something, but otherwise he's like, "Here, I believe that I promised you this," and he hands you a book, and if you flip through it, it's a spell book. It contains 15 randomly selected spells, which I will roll later.
Hot damn.
Oh, I'm
Delicious.
so
That's all you,
glad.
man.
I'm so glad our wizard died.
If only that had been preventable.
Wow.
If only somebody could have healed him.
Good luck murdering Zestral.
I'm going to turn out to be the end boss, and game.
That was
dope.
like me and one of the D&D campaigns I played. I ended up being a raven. I was playing a Kinku at the time as well. But
Shock.
we were in, what was it called? It was a Ravenloft dream or something, some dream dimension. And I ended up being the last boss for the fight, and no one was supposed to kill me, and the whole party ended up killing me. And the DM said, "You know what? I've had enough of your guys' crap," and made my boss explode and kill everybody. It woke everybody up from the dream. It was supposed to do that, but they weren't supposed to kill the boss, and it was hilarious. So I co-DM'd with him on that one.
Nice.
It was fun.
All right, so yeah, he hands over the spell book and he says, "So, what brings you back to my humble villa?"
I point at the spell book.
Oh, is that all?
We wanted this.
Well,
we're also in town, and you were met so far here.
Okay, that's fair enough. I hate to tell you, but
or rather than I've met.
I'm glad that you've come back to visit me, and I hate to tell you this bad news, but I'm afraid that your friend Salindra, the one that brought you here, she has passed some time ago, and she's no longer with us.
Oh no!
Yes, I'm
afraid
that the death curse has finally overcome her, and she was not able to hold on to her mortal form anymore.
I don't know her.
Damn that mortal coil.
Mortal form? Does that mean that...
means she's dead.
Oh. I thought it was like some kind of spirit monster thing.
Nah, she
that
just
would have been
is dead.
I thought it was illusion. Nope.
She dead.
Fish is dead.
Well then,
have artists or any of the other people?
Oh, we didn't meet them until later, dude.
Yeah, they found artists in the jungle. Well, in Mesro, but they found artists like in Cholt. So I don't think that Wakanga. I mean, if you want to bring up artists, you're more than welcome to, but he wouldn't necessarily know who he is.
I do want to find him again. He was a cool dude.
It's just what we need.
And I also want to start. I want to start smelling bacon and stuff again from what's his name?
Dragon bait.
Dragon bait. Yeah. Hoo ha ha.
Yeah. So yeah, he says, unless you have any further business with me, I'm happy to show you where the bathhouse is, and you're welcome to help yourself to a bath if you'd like.
Ooh,
bathhouse.
I perk up and I get really excited, like that cheesy grin. Ha!
I'm also excited about the bathhouse.
Yeah, he's
Same.
like, sure. I'm sure that enough time in the
gosh.
jungles, you'd be looking to get to.
Are these like hot spring bathhouses? Because if so,
are
we doing the beach episode and the hot springs episode at the same time?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
the
the
anime
summer vacation arc. You got
I'm-
arc.
Yeah, we got the shopping, we got the beach, we got the sauna, we got everything.
Oh my god.
He says, "I'm sure that you spent enough time in those dirty jungles that you'd like to finally have some rest and a proper bath. None of that bathing in the river." And he starts walking you in and further through the grand hall, until he comes through here. He says, "You're welcome to spend as much time as you wish here, and I'm afraid I don't have any beds for you, but it seems that you've already found that. Feel free to take your time in the bath, and if you have any further business that you wish to take with me, just let one of my guards know, and they will find me."
I strip off all my clothes, and I'm just a naked bird person.
Taris suggests that Emerald bathe last.
Excuse you? Are we the only ones at the bathhouse?
Yeah, it's just this is like
Is
his
this a
private
shared
home.
bath?
Yeah, it's a bathhouse, so it's one big bath.
You wait
There-
until the last.
There are like some fountains on the side that you can like wash your face and stuff in, and there's some benches along the whole outside of the area. It looks like there's a little curtain down here that goes to another like more private but smaller bathing area. I don't really know. But ultimately, it's just one big bath in the middle.
We need the fan art now of Zestral getting his back washed by Book Slam.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh man.
Emerald asked Cabby if she needs help getting in the bath.
Yeah, so once you guys like start
You
doing
asked
bath
for
stuff,
this.
he just sort of like ducks out and
happening?
sort of lets you guys do your thing, and he goes out into his home to do his business.
And I say yes.
It is canon that our characters are this.
I
now.
help her. Emerald's so excited.
So it is 11 a.m. I think that this would be a good time to wrap up with everybody relaxing in the bathhouse. This is a much more chill cliffhanger than the last time.
It's 11 a.m. for you.
Yeah, but I mean I got to clock in for work in a little bit, so I gotta get ready for all that mess.
Check your time privilege.
Yeah, check your time privilege. It's 2 p.m. here.
It's 11. West Coast, best coast. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly.
Also true.
Yeah, so we leave with our adventurers relaxing and enjoying the bathhouse before they presumably head back out into the jungles of Chult. Do you guys have any last minute things to say or do before we head out?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
As like this is the first nice bath that I've had in fucking months.
Literally months.
Yeah.
Literally months.
Yep.
And I like, as I'm watching, like layer after layer of dirt comes off, and I'm flowering.
You what?
You were breaking up. I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry, I cut
what'd
out.
you say?
Green and flowering.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you wash off all the dirt and you start to blossom and you become a spring eladrin as you change into a much prettier and more happier form of your previous self.
Emerald starstruck.
The
My
flowers in
jaw-
your hair
my-
are a little bit more obvious at this point, and your skin's a little bit brighter in color, and yeah, I like it.
My jaw drops and I'm in disbelief. Wait, you weren't Kinku this whole time?
You weren't.
I just squawk at him.
Awesome.
Book Slam would be aware of that. Zork probably wouldn't have. Zork would have been like, "What?"
Yeah, Zor could have been much more surprised, but
Yeah.
cool. I like it. I like the new Spring Eladrin. Does anybody else have anything else they want to do or say before we head out?
Any other character reveals?
Not in game, but Tyler, it has been. I think you're a good addition to the game.
I agree. I think you're great.
It's been dope.
I hope so. I love playing this game, and I love making friends. So thank you guys for giving me a chance to play.
I like your
Yeah,
Drax
no problem.
character. It makes me happy.
Yes,
We need a Groot now.
I think Vorn is pretty much our Groot. He just
Oh,
always
that
says
is
that.
true.
Born is our Groot.
Cool.
Cabby's our raccoon.
Oh wow.
Oh man, we are
Bitch,
now
I'm
playing
Star-Lord.
the Guardians of the Galaxy. All right.
That's fair. That's actually fair.
Kind of want to play a role-playing game of Guardians of the Galaxy. That'd be
Oh
great.
wait. I'm
what?
Gamora.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I-
nothing.
I
Nothing.
could
I had
see that.
nothing.
All
I'm
right.
Gamora. Because she's green. I'm green. You know.
Yeah. A green strong woman. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a green strong woman. Like, what else do you want? A green strong woman who is trying to wife someone.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I had fun. I'm gonna hop out of Discord and say goodbye to the few people in chat, and I will talk to y'all later.
It's
All
been
right,
fun,
I'm gonna
guys.
hop
All right.
into your chat real quick.
Cool. Later, y'all.
Thank you all very
Bye.
much.
All right. Hello, chat. Thank you to anybody that came out to watch. I appreciate the activity in chat and any viewers that we had. Had a lot of fun today at D&D. We will be back next Tuesday, same time, same place for our continuation of Dungeons and Dragons. Tomorrow, I will be back for, I think, some more Pathfinder. I was stuck on the Stag Lord last time we played, but I think we'll be able to handle him this next time around. I also picked up another couple of free games. Well, not free. I picked up one game and then a free game, and I want to check those out as well. But I need to make sure they're going to run well enough on stream. So if we can, we might play some Shadow Warrior 2 sometime this week. Yeah. Holy shit! Quippish Pip just gave me my first subscription with Twitch Prime. Pip, I appreciate you so much. My emotes are not yet approved. I submitted them yesterday, so we will have to wait and see when those get approved. But for now, you can enjoy your sweet tie-dye subscriber loyalty badge. I wish that it gave me my highest rank. Oh, I guess it will once I get further months in. But yeah, either way, I appreciate the support, Pip. Yeah. So I'm going to head out for now, though, and I will see everybody next time. Oh, Pip used 25 bits, too. Pip, you're amazing. I love you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. All right. Thanks again for the support, and I will see everybody next time.